Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Okay, so let us move on to this concept, cyber laws. Yes, the cyber laws. We begin this topic in the previous session. Okay, cyber laws is all about the concern of how exactly the regulatory authorities they have taken initiative and what exactly the priorities we need to follow. See, majority of the thing need of the cyber law. So into the need of the cyber law, what we have discussed is almost like how we are going to take the control over many of our routine regular activities. Okay, it's almost like a political, social, economic, cultural. Yes, it is the same scenario, almost like whatever your host country is trying to project or else is trying to give their own hint that this is our culture, you need to follow this is our political background, you need to be adaptable to this. So almost like the cyber laws are going to project their own country aspects. Okay, so we e-commerce business people, we need to be adaptable to their country. That is first point. Second point is about a liberal interpretation. See, most of the time cyber laws when they are going to create in one of the country, uh, that will be little bit liberal. Reason behind that, in case if they are quite rigid, that maybe I can go for taking a simple example that e-commerce activities should not be accessed by less than 18 years of children, or else maybe who have not got that particular major. Okay, so now in case if you are going to restrict that less than 18 years of the people they cannot access e-commerce activities, don't you think so that storybooks will be available in e-commerce? Don't you think so
నేను
that
అనలేదండి. నన్ను వదిలేదు అట్లా కాదు.
just mute the audio first. Yes, whomsoever they are running with, please mute the audio so that I can continue. Yeah. So second thing is about whether this screen is visible. Yeah.
No, sir.
Yeah, now it is visible. So a second
Yeah,
point is
yes,
concerned with
yes.
concerned with liberal interpretation. See, to have a liberal interpretation of different activities in the cyberspace, that's the thing I was discussing. Okay, so less than 18 years of will be considered as kids. They cannot access to e-commerce in case if it is a cyber law which is being created or else made up by any one of the country. Then obviously you cannot able to sell many of those kids related products. Okay, so that's the reason I took a example of storybooks or else maybe some sort of textbooks or also music CDs. You cannot able to sell it off to them. Okay, even about mobile games, mobile applications. Okay, so there should be a liberal interpretation in any one of the country. Then third thing is about legal validity. See what amount of legal validity you are going to fix it up to any one of the particular law, maybe about 5 years, 10 years. You need to give a fixed tenure for that. Okay, so till which particular date this particular cyber law is valid, that you need to write it up when you are going to give that implication of cyber law to e-commerce or else e-business activities. Okay, so legal infrastructure. This is the thing most important. It is interrelated with that third point, legal validity. Okay, so what kind of legal validity it is all about? Do we need to create a legal infrastructure pertaining to that particular validity in the sense about 5 years, 10 years? Whether we need to create legal infrastructure based upon first point, social scenario, cultural scenario, yes, 100% sure. Okay, so creation of a legal infrastructure is very much essential. That is one of the major need. Okay, reason behind that, maybe assume that with respect to the cultural scenario of India, truly speaking, cultural scenario of India, that is all about how we are going to manage our relationships. Okay, so probably we in India, most of we people, we are having a connectivity that probably a small kids, I can go for taking a simple example, probably all our neighbor kids, they are going to play in our home in the evening time with our kids. Okay, so what exactly all these things are? It is almost such like a cultural scenario we do have. Okay, if they would like to watch any kind of movies, they are all going to get assembled in one particular person's house, the whole building, apartment people or else those children. Okay, they are all going to join together, they're going to start playing the game together. It is all about legal infrastructure. Okay, sir, how this example is relating to this particular point of view of legal infrastructure? Yeah, let me come to this point. Okay, so however, we do have this kind of social independency, social interdependency, that is question. Okay, so some sort of countries where social independence they are going to maintain. Okay, but we are not having with that particular point of view of social independency. We are socially interdependent. Okay, so our neighbors are also, our neighbors children also, they will be acting as like our house children. Okay, maybe we are going to offer some of the sweets to our children. Whether we are going to offer the sweets only to our children in front of other children when they are residing in our home for playing the games? No. Okay, we are going to offer those sweets even to them also. Correct? So here, come to this e-commerce activities, legal infrastructure in the sense, it is almost such like enactment of understanding the cultural scenario of that particular country and creating your own viewpoints. Okay, so maybe I can go for taking a best consideration here. It is almost such like we are trying to create a certain platform for movies. Okay, sir, we are here in Karnataka. We are going to restrict our movies only to Kannada movies. Whether Karnataka is limited only for Kannada? No. After this 1997, once the ITBT has been emerged, probably we do have Northeast, North Indians, even with respect to the concern of Middle India, even with the concern of all our neighbor states. Maybe if you're going to move on to those border places, maybe in case if you're going to reach to Kolar and probably if you're going to cross even Hosur, Tamilians will be more. Maybe Bangalore itself, minimum around 5 to 6 languages they are going to speak. Regional languages, what I'm speaking about. I'm not talking about external, any of the international languages. Okay, so with respect to regional languages only, we are going to speak at least 4 to 5 languages. So Amazon Prime, in case if they are going to fix it up, that their legal infrastructure, you're there in Karnataka, you need to watch only Kannada movies. I'm ready to sell only for Kannada movies. And in case if you would like to buy other movies, charges will be extra. No. Cultural, social, economic scenarios supposed to be adaptable with that. When you're going to create a legal infrastructure, that is most important. Okay, then only cyber laws will be into the perfect manner. So furthermore things is about the concern of internet frauds. So what kind of internet frauds are going to get happen here, basically in e-business activities? So I have taken some sort of internet facility from one of the particular company, XYZ company. So whether somebody is going to hack my system, yes, possibility is there. How exactly they are going to do those kind of frauds, and what and all the frauds are available. Okay, so truly speaking, we are going to discuss only what and all the frauds are available, how they are going to do those kind of hacking activities that is concerned with computer application students, engineering students, or else BCA students. Okay, so we never discuss how they are going to, we are not going to discuss what and all are available. That is our topic. Okay, so about cyber crimes are available where they are going to hack your computer system, and probably they are going to take a number of your own data. Second thing is about some of the punishments with respect to Information Technology Act is available. Okay, so where internet frauds is supposed to be under the control. That's the reason n number of punishments are also available for those cyber crimes who are all going to do those unlawful kind of activities. Okay, so that only is being defined as a cyber crime. Now I hope you got the point of cyber crime. Into the third point, here it is, the definition of all those activities, unlawful activities with respect to the computer hacking, telecommunication activities, consolidated to be called as cyber crime. Okay, so most of the cyber crimes will not involve any kind of violence activities, but victim activities will be there. Some sort of character weakness activities also may get played by them. As such, like probably they will be so greedy in terms of earning some of the money. That's the reason they are going to hack your maybe bank account through your own system. Possibility is there. Okay, so it's almost such like where that greediness is going to make them. Okay, so other types of cyber crimes is such like hacking. So what kind of hacking it is all about? Maybe they may destroy your own personal data by hacking into your own system by sending some of the virus. Okay, so Trojan is a kind of virus which has been introduced during the time of 1980s, 1990s, that particular decade period of the time. Okay, so Trojan is a virus which is going to create duplicate folders, number of folders. Okay, so once that Trojan virus has been entered, assume that now I have created e-business is one of the folder. Okay, that e-business folder consists of all these five chapters of PPTs, even about concerned with a certain amount of images, a certain amount of any of the data, what I have collected, even about certain amount of case studies, what I have collected with respect to this e-business. Maybe e-business is one of the folder is available, and as like that, three different activities they are going to create. Maybe three different folders are going to get create. Simple example what I'm taking. Okay, so it is almost such like a destroy of that original information. Illegal access, that's also named to be called cracking. Okay, so second thing is about security related crimes. Many of the people who are all going to maintain their bank related data, even about their business related data into their computers. Okay, they want to do that hacking activities to crack that particular business activities. Third thing is about network packet snifters. So what exactly these network packets? See, large information will be broken into small packets. Okay, that will be called as network packets. Okay, so what these snifters will do, why exactly these network packets is being created? Maybe I can go for calling that 1.5 GB of data will be provided by this Geo. Okay, so when you are going to buy that particular 1 year data from them, they're going to mention it. It's almost just like maybe around 580 GB, 550 GB. They're going to mention it. Whether they're going to offer complete network data to us? No. 1.5 GB multiplied by 365 days. That is their count. Okay, so what they have made, the large amount of data is being made it into small packets. Okay, some sort of these kind of packets. Maybe this is one of the example I made it to make you understand how exactly small packets will be there. Okay, but here into this consideration, network packet snifters will be there. So here the complete data of the organization will be made it into small packets, okay, for the day-to-day usage purpose, and they are going to do the access on a day-to-day purpose. But these people are going to hack that data only. For that day, a computer access only will not work. You understand the theme clearly? Okay, internet protocol spoofing. So IP address will be there. So with the help of IP address only, we can access the internet. Okay, some people, they're going to hack this IP address only, and they're going to inject some of the virus or its data. So what happens, maybe your routine regular activities are going to get disturbed, and maybe your system may get hanged out of that. Okay, so even password attacks, most of these kind of Trojan horse programs, they are going to inject this into your computer as like your password account, whatever you're going to apply that password, probably that's going to be invalid. How? They're going to put some other password, no? Instead of this, then automatically what it happens, probably again your computer is going to ask OTP will be sent to your mobile, then again you can open it up. Otherwise, one of that particular hardware and software person, one who is tackling or one who is handling, he's supposed to come and generate the OTP, and he need to apply that. 1 hour, 1.5 hour of work is being spoiled out of this password attacks. Okay, so certain amount of time password attack will be there to trace your own details and hack that data also. That is also possible majority of the time. Okay, so even about fraud on internet. Yes, investment schemes are available, marketing schemes are available. Illegally, people, they are going to do majority of the activities. That's the reason most of these kind of investment activities. One of the common note will be there: before you invest into the stock market, please read the documents carefully. Why all these kind of statements? Reason it is so clear, many of those fraudulent companies will be there. They are going to create their own kind of shares in the market, and they are going to sell it off their shares. And once after 1 week or else maybe 1 month duration of time, just they're going to take the whole amount of lump sum of money, and probably that company itself is not existing. Fraud on internet is taking place. Okay, maybe you can claim that probably your generation may not know about this particular fraud on internet very particularly. Okay, about 2.5 decades before, the same thing has been happened in the share market. Basically, demonetization, sorry, with respect to the kind of dematerialization, what they have made. See, demat account is being introduced initially by the moment of 1992. What the scam is being happened in stock market majorly. After that, they started thinking about demat account. Okay, so maybe assume that this is one of the certificate. Okay, so here a company name will be executed, and somewhere even the director's signature, even about this particular person, one who has purchased that share certificate, signature will be there. Okay, this is to be called as material. Okay, so what they have made, dematerialized, demat account is being started. Okay, so where in your particular account only, through online whatever you're going to interact, so in your internet screen, that certificate is going to get generated. Whether that company is valid or not, before 1992, people, they used to go to that company, they used to buy that share certificate, and that share certificate used to get registered with SEBI before 1992. After 1992, everything is being available in your computer screen. You got the point with respect to this fraud on internet. Okay, so many companies, what they're going to do, fraudulent companies, they are going to do the registration under SEBI, and they are going to sell it off their shares, and automatically after a week or also after a month period of the time, get out from that particular screen. So that's a kind of problem. Even online investment newsletters, so bulletin boards, See, online investment letters also the same thing. What I have explained with respect to a fraud on internet. Okay, bulletin boards also with the same thing, where people they are going to make their own kind of investment here, investors. So they are going to get the bulletin boards through emails, many of the thing. Okay, so email scams. You can able to invest into any one of the company as like that. Okay, so let us discuss further more points in the next session. No problem. Okay, thank you. So let me take attendance first.
Jay sir.
Yes, yes, yes. Just one moment. One moment.